Experiencing shifts is one of the most amazing things about being a Therian, in my opinion. It allows you to experience what it feels like to be an animal, even if it's just for a few seconds. But for me, I really enjoy it, and I'm really grateful that I get to experience that, because I know that not all Therians experience shifts, and not all Therians experience shifts the same. So I'm just really grateful that I get to experience them decently. However, some people's shifts aren't as genuine as we may think. So that's what today's video is going to be about. So let's get into this. You all know it. I brought it up in my last video. Today we're going to be talking about fake shifts caught on camera. And I mean absolutely no hate to anyone in this video. I don't mean hate to anyone. I won't be mentioning names directly, and I won't really be nodding towards anyone, because I have a feeling that literally every shift caught on camera is most likely fake. So I'm not going to be mentioning anyone specifically. Don't worry, you're safe. And just be nice. You know, I won't be pointing fingers, but respectfully, you probably know who you are. And in all honesty, I'm really not directing this towards anyone, but if you do fake shifts, or fake being a Therian, please maybe don't do that. But anyway, for once, the explanation is pretty simple. People, set up their recording, and here's how it normally goes. See, normally they start out and are just kind of doing quadrobics, typically, and then suddenly they, get a shift, and they're like, huh? And, they look around, and they're like, paw at the ground for a second. And I actually kind of made fun of this in my last video. I like to paw at the ground for a second, get all playful, and do a perfect little jump right in the way of the camera. They gotta make sure to stay in the frame of the camera, or else who will see your amazing, beautiful, perfect shift if you don't keep it in the line of the camera? And of course, you gotta stay somewhat aware of your surroundings. I give up. For obvious reasons, I don't believe that a lot of these videos caught on camera of people having shifts are genuinely real. I know that shifts do happen, and trust me, I know. I've experienced plenty of them, and I know everyone experiences them differently, but they have to be similar in some way. So, the way I've seen shifts on camera just really don't look realistic, in my opinion. I don't feel like going into an animal mindset, you're gonna be perfectly well behaved, aesthetically pleasing, kind of curious and playful. And like I said in the last video, first of all, love that you just already have gear on, and your animal self is totally not going to freak out that there's a mask and another tail attached. Not going to freak out at all. Going to be like, oh, okay, I just woke up in this field somewhere. I'm just going to play around at the ground a little and jump. That's totally what animals do. In all seriousness, I honestly don't really care what you're posting. I don't care if it's fake, because it's not harming me or anyone else. It's just spreading misinformation is all, and typically that's not something we want in the community. So I feel that this really needs to be talked about a lot more. I feel like people really need to realize, well, shit, this isn't getting me anywhere, faking shifts just for attention. And again, although it's not harming anyone, there's no reason to do it. I'm just glad that I can have some humor in this situation. I can have humor in literally any situation. People could be dying right now, and probably are, and I'd be like, funny. No, I don't mean it like that, guys. Let's just move on. So overall, I'm trying not to be too serious about this topic, because it's not really something serious to talk about. It's not really a genuine problem, although it is annoying and eventually could lead to a problem. since there are, like, mostly fake Therians in our community at this point, and it's getting harder and harder to trust people. That right there is a problem. But in terms of, like, wasting your time to set up your camera and fake a shift, you know, that's on you. And I feel like we should, like I've been saying in my last couple of videos, let's stop wasting time posting, like, useless fake content and maybe take the time to share a little bit about yourself or your therianthropy. Maybe, just maybe. But of course, that's just my opinion, and that's just my personal thing. I'm not saying that you guys have to sit down and make videos like this. I'm not saying you have to stop doing what you're doing. Again, I'm just bringing up suggestions, and I'm saying I'm getting a little bit bored with the typical Therian content. So, yes. Anyways, guys, just another reminder that my watch hours are slowly creeping up, and this time they're going up pretty fast. We're probably honestly going to get the goal tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow. Can you believe this? Tomorrow. That is insane. I mean, I can't promise tomorrow, but it's getting really close. It's at, I don't feel like checking, but I'm pretty sure last time I checked, it was at, like, let's see, 2,960 maybe? It was over 2,950. So that means, like, we're over halfway there in the 900s, and, like, we're totally gonna make it, like, in the next couple of days for sure. Most likely tomorrow, though, and that is insane, guys. Thank you so much for all your support. You guys are freaking awesome. I'm going to need to, you know, think of some more awesome content for you guys. Also, you may have noticed, but I've been animating quite a bit. Honestly, I've been taking quite a bit of a break from fursuit making because it's getting exhausting. I'm tired of sewing and making fursuits in general. So I've been working on Therian masks a little more because they're actually enjoyable to make, and I've also been animating. So I've just been kind of going back and forth on, you know, my interest here. So I'm sorry if that's all confusing. Hopefully you enjoy my animations as much as you enjoy watching this, and I'd absolutely recommend giving my animations some love and support. I know they suck, but I do need views on those still, so I know you guys have my back. I know you guys are the most supportive people ever. You guys are awesome. That all being said, thank you so much for being here to watch. If you made it this far, make sure to click that subscribe button right there and leave a like on the video to help with the algorithm. And just thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye!